Ira Star featuring 6 Lakh, and it's amazing how she's breaking all these boundaries. And it's not even about language. People say language is a factor. Originality is still there, and I feel like the international circle is trying to get into African music so much. They're tapping into African music, and it's selling. And I feel like Ira Star is one of the biggest right now because a lot of people are appreciating her music, the originality. Kujituma. I saw a meme saying, I think I've said this before, Ira Star nafanya kazi unadhani kuna watoto 10 because she's been working a lot. Unajua kujituma, and that's why we hear all the time. I couldn't imagine 6 Lakh, and that song has been produced by London on the track. So it is super amazing to see that. But we are taking a short musical break, and of course we're coming back with our motivational quotes of the day as we get to start our conversation by finding out what the ladies were all about on this weekend. But this is of course one of the trending songs of the year. It's called Miel Martin by the one and only Jabidi, and Mama Jabidi is now a celebrity, my goodness, doing interviews every back. I even saw if Mungai is not resting. I saw her on the All African on that. Shout out to her. My motivational quote of the day is, you're the greatest project you'll ever work on. Restart, reset, refocus as many times as you need. Happy new week.
Man, I'm wishing you a beautiful week ahead. Believe in yourself, believe in your abilities, in your actions, in whatever you're doing. Trust yourself and keep on going.
My motivation is basically just a simple motivational word for everybody. Just get ready, beautiful girl or handsome boy, because it's about you in magic. That's what's happening.
Of course, that is Jabidi featuring Mama Jabidi. The song is called Miel Martin, giving mother-son couple goals. Oh, mother-son goals. Yeah.
What?
Mother-son goals. I've also seen is it called Piera McKenna with the daughter, giving daughter mother goals, and they're really doing amazing. And you know, the daughter is up there. I saw her posting something how she's proud she was in this big performance and joining the mom, and it was super amazing to see that. One thing I love about this video, she went all traditional. There's something in Luo we call Dodo dance. So Dodo dance is the one you put sisal and then you do the traditional Luo dance. It's called the Dodo dance, and I can see it in the video. So she embraced the whole of African culture, even with the nyatiti and stuff. The sound is super African, but amazing to hear that. How was your weekend, guys?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Peaceful. Yes, productive.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Everything in all one.
All right.
In one.
Yours?
Mine was amazing, literally. Yeah, just long time.
Content creation.
I did a lot of content, fashion content, just changing and stuff. About to post that on YouTube real soon. But yeah, just content and just time, like you personal time, which is super amazing. I don't know if you guys have ever been in a station where you feel your body is tired. You just need that time to chill and reset and refocus. That was what I was doing over this weekend. But talking about this weekend, we had first and foremost a lot of events going down. The first event I want us to talk about is, of course, the finals of the Miss Universe Kenya that went down this weekend. And we had Irene Ngendo, who was crowned as the 2024 Miss Universe Kenya. The MC of the event was, of course, Claudia Naisibu, or that's her name. And I like something about Claudia. She's popping right now. She's doing amazing. All the way from straight up, when she was just doing shows on the streets and stuff like that. And you can see her growth. Mbakasai. Now, the reason as why I wanted to talk about that is a lot of people were talking about her way of dressing on Twitter. Brought a lot of controversies, and personally I didn't see anything wrong with the outfit. So I went through the comment section just to understand, because why are people coming for her on that? And apparently on the comment section people are talking about, the clothes that she wore was good, but for a wrong event. Okay. I don't understand a lot about modeling. If Sheila was here, she'd tell us, because she's the one that understands. Because I'd be like, personally, when I saw the video, I saw a picture, even before I knew people were trolling on X or anything. I was like, damn, she really looks nice.
Was she receiving an award or what?
She was the MC.
Oh, then
she was
cool.
Exactly, right? Yeah. She was the master of ceremony, right? Yeah. And now she got, Apro on that starred online on Twitter. And I'm gonna read some of the comments. It says, so now that the MU Kenya show is over, I have a question. What the hell was the female MC wearing? Another one goes, Claudia went ahead and replied and says, to all who are pressed by my final look, the song is for you. I think she was playing the song of Rema. He has a song called Yeah. And then she also went and said, I'm not sorry for being stunning. And a lot of people in the comment section are saying, beautiful dress, wrong stage. And that's on that's on dressing properly for the right occasion. Somebody's also saying on the comment section, the outfits looks nice, but not for you. Angeva kienda ku perform also. Beautiful outfits, wrong stage. So a lot of people are saying it. I don't know if you guys have seen it. What is your? Do you think it's
I've
really
seen the
wrong?
outfit, and I don't see anything wrong with it. Understanding number one, she was not there to be a model, you know, to be crowned. She was an MC, and she was just trying to go with the theme, but also being an MC. And there's something that people need to understand about branding, you know, which I really have a big problem with. Like, you really, I hate criticisms of people who attack others for working so hard, for building themselves to becoming to who they are, to you being recognized, and now you come hating the time now I'm popping, and I was even trying to do the little shit, none of you could even support me. Let Claudia be, okay? Let Claudia be, and I've seen this actually online. People love pinning you down. People will put you down, use every single thing against you, like to just put you down or to make you feel like you ain't shit. You'll make your decision and make them bodily, okay? If you feel comfortable, stick with that, okay? And I love the fact that she was so unapologetic. I did what I did, and that's it. You suck on it.
It takes a confident lady to wear like that.
Exactly.
I
know, right?
Especially in Africa. I know. Because I feel like this is a backward, and I'm so sorry if anyone feels like, you know, we should still be maintain cultural traditions. There's actually culture and tradition right here, because if you try to look at the design of the dress, I think we've spoken about dresses, how there was that competition of just the best dress, the best suit and everything. Number one, can we appreciate the tailor?
I know.
Who is even the tailor? People are not even trying to figure out who's the tailor. Who's the designer? Who came up with this idea? Can we come up with maybe different, more styles, even epic more than this? Appreciate the designer, number one. You don't even know how much that dress costs.
I know.
These dresses are very expensive.
Very expensive, like 50K.
Appreciate people's effort, whatever they are putting. Stop trying to use whatever you have, your voice, your whatever fingers to put people down. Shame on you.
I say someone always tells me these are people who are always in their pajamas in their little house trying to put other people down on the keyboard. They don't have anything
Imagine
going
you
on
have
for
nothing
themselves.
going on.
Exactly.
I really hate that.
It's so true.
Personally, I always go back to I have this Kitamba, I used to leave them. Sometimes you get into my nerves and I just go to check you out who talks really badly. You find most of these people who talk really badly, they don't have pictures of themselves. So number one, they're very insecure about themselves. Because
they post shit about others.
And then they repost videos that are not them.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, this is somebody who's insecure and is trying to put that insecurity on somebody else to feel good or to feel validated that it's okay to be like that. You know, when you're insecure and you're like, I want to put that on you so that you can feel like that, so that we can feel the same way together. And it is super, super sad. Over this weekend, somebody was telling me stuff, commenting really badly on my picture on TikTok. And I went to their pages, right? And I saw this fat guy. And I wrote him, go to the gym. That is the first thing I said.
I feel like...
And he went ahead and told me, hey, my opinions are blah, blah, blah. We catching to liachia Ruto and stuff like that. Went ahead to tell me, wanaume sio mwili. Wanaume ni pesa, mwili na shape tuliachia mademu. You know, and I was like, I can't.
Fraction, bro.
That's why he's talking like that.
Yeah. And I was like, this is somebody who is just not feeling good about themselves. Because the fact that you're going to comment on somebody's page, on somebody's picture, you're a fan in denial.
I know.
Literally, you're a fan in, and you're even following the person.
I do believe there's things you look at now call like, atu kenda kwa comment and the majority are like, nayo.
Of course.
The things you look at and you're like, nah, this one, no matter what people are saying, I also disagree with or I agree with, okay? And there's some things you look at to go like, nah, people are just hating. And literally, that is what you're getting on your case. That is just someone hating. Manzaki utapata ni ongongo mbaya. Doesn't know how to dress, doesn't know how to do shit. The same thing people hating on Claudia Naisibo, if I'm pronouncing her name correctly. that girl, actually majority of the people have known after she's popping, after winning an award.
People don't know when she was doing straight up.
Exactly.
People don't know her from then.
Have you supported this person from the word go? Can you actually look at people's growth and understand what growth is all about? Not every time because I'm a celebrity I'm gonna be popping and looking fine. To you, to you I'm looking, to me I'm looking fine, but to you, I'm a celebrity, man. I'm doing what is required. I'm a brand. And I'm doing this not just for you, but for me.
Exactly.
The more I keep on popping the way I'm popping, the more the recognition. And shout out to Claudia and Sibwe.
Yeah. It's funny because I read this. I was just going through this today. But yesterday I was having this conversation with some friends of mine. I was like, man, Claudia, because I didn't know people were gonna troll her. For me, I was like, man, this is really good.
I know.
I'm a kill. And I've been seeing a lot of events. She's been like stunning. She's been like really looking nice. And somebody was telling me, was even showing me a video where she was featured at BET. I didn't know there was the radio award somewhere, the radio category. And she won that, and she was featured there. So there's a lot of stuff that she has achieved. And I feel like when you're at that point at your peak, somebody doesn't want you to be there.
Of course.
And somebody's just a hater. And they feel really bad. And the worst thing is this comes from Kenyans. If it was like a Nigerian who are dressed like that, or even let's say somebody from the States, it wouldn't be a problem.
They would be appreciated.
They would be appreciated.
That's why I'm saying this is the backache mindset of she's naked type shit. Because the costume, I believe people are judging her because of the front costume. Because at the back the dress was all covered. But mbele inaka, it's like a costume. And I do believe this is the backache mindset of people who do not understand it's 2024 to make some decisions. Unaweza amua to like, I want to do this, I want to dress up like this. This is the fit for events nowadays. If it's crowning people, I don't need to go all the way Cinderella so I can look like I'm presentative. I don't need to go all the way looking like, I can do still a Cinderella dress, but it has a slit all the way. It has a cut probably till my hip. You should not have a problem with that so long as I'm comfortable with it.
But negative people and people who are basically commenting on people, like very bad comments. It's like, oh my gosh, these are people who see the life that you live.
Exactly.
Which was supposed to be their life. But they gave up on their dream. They gave up on like putting in the work, and they see what they could have been. What they can only do is hate.
Exactly.
Because you didn't give up. You didn't put in, like, you didn't actually settle down, but you put in the work to basically achieve your dreams and put in the work to follow your dreams, and they're seeing that. So the only thing they can do is hate.
And guys, fashion, for people who understand fashion and style, it's all confidence.
Confidence is everything.
Confidence is key. So long as you're confident, exactly, it's always confident. And
number one.
Exactly, so there's confidence. You can put on a dress, but you have this boring personality. It wouldn't
Thank
pop.
you, and it's a beautiful dress.
And it's a beautiful dress. You will just say like, but if you have this aura, this confidence, and people just feel you when you're around, people will be like, oh, and she looks really
Even
nice.
though it's not a nice dress.
Exactly.
Basically, if you can exchange that.
And
you're confident.
People
will just take it.
People will take it, And I want people also to understand that there is also, people don't understand, of course, even working type of clothing or fashion sense. It also depends with your field of work.
Thank you.
She's an MC. She's not somebody she's not a model.
I thought
she was
a model.
not a
That's what what does she do?
Exactly. She's an MC, right? So as an MC, she can do it. I've seen worst. And she was looking really nice. There are dresses for everything and for every time. There's sometimes you can dress some type of way, and people would be like, it doesn't fit the occasion, or it doesn't fit your work.
Thank you.
It doesn't fit, like, for example, let me say, if you are selling insurance, you can't go and actually pop there in like a skimpy dress because you're going to offices.
Also, like, for example, you're going for this conference to give a public speech.
Exactly.
There's a way you wear.
There's a way you wear for people to actually
with two-piece bikini.
Exactly.
Like, hey,
because you're gonna talk and people are gonna take everything. They're gonna say, okay, this person looks like she can talk sense.
Right.
But if you knock this office and you're trying to sell for me and you're still dressed in skimpy clothing, I'd be like, what is this person trying to sell? Are you trying to sell your product?
Thank you.
Or are you trying to sell your body?
Yeah.
So there's mixed priority. Even doors, some doors you won't be open if you don't know how to dress.
Yeah.
There are jobs where you don't. Like, for example, I find like easy jobs, like for us might be really sometimes really strict because now we're on camera.
Yeah.
But if we were just on radio, I've seen they go with the booty shots because they're not on camera.
Yeah, I've seen also on radio. Yeah, they're not on camera.
Because they're not on camera, you know. So it depends also with the type of job you are in, or the type of, you know, job specification that you work in. So everybody should know their lane. And if it is like an event, let people be. You can't tell me I'm going for a concert, I'm dressed like this, now it's a problem.
Yeah.
You don't make a lot of sense. But anyway, as we talk about Iwaton, of course, fashion, this weekend there was, of course, Naomi's collection. So there is one of the biggest, personally, one of my biggest stylists that I know, designers that I know in Kenya. Her name is Styled by Naomi, and she has this bridal collection. She does like mostly, dresses, wedding dresses, traditional dresses and stuff. Styled by Naomi.
Okay.
Yeah, and she does real. You know her?
She might be a family friend.
Really?
It's Naomi. I know, like a family friend.
Oh, she's a stylist. She's a designer.
She is a fashion designer.
Yeah, probably might be her. Because she's like really big. She's done. The first time I knew her, she was doing dresses for celebrities. Mostly a lot of Kenyan celebrities. Amber Ray. Every time that this event, and then you go and ask, who is your stylist? I hear Styled by Naomi. Yeah.
Is she light skin?
She's light skin. A little bit light and thick.
Like she used to be an actress.
She used to be an actress. I didn't know.
Wash
I knew.
and set.
Oh, it's her.
I
can't remember. Wash and Set, you were young. Joby, how do you remember?
I remember Wash and Set.
Oh my
it was
God.
the best TV, whatever.
Yeah. So she was launching her new bridal collection. That was over this weekend. I think on Saturday. And a lot of people were actually, you know, there. I've seen she's dressed a lot of celebrities. Vera, I've seen me, Amber Ray. I've seen this other guy with this girl with the attitude that Nairobi, whatever. What's her name?
Not sure.
Real Housewives of Nairobi. This other girl, like Mine, like a lot of celebrities, and their styles are always really, really amazing. So she launched this new brand for, you know, and for bridal wear, and this is her. It's her. She was an actor. I remember the face. Now here she's talking about, you know, how the challenges she faces in dressing Kenyan celebrities. Because majorly she dresses celebrities, you know, and stuff like that. And her clothes are very expensive. Like let's talk 30,000, let's talk 50K, sometimes even 100, which are worth it. Because when you look at those dresses, you'll be confused. You'll be like, man, did you import this dress or no? That is Kenyan design.
Has there been a challenge with dressing celebrities? Because sometimes remember event 10, Niko 5 journey. What has been the challenge there?
I think you've already said it. I think the biggest challenge with our Kenyan celebrities is timelines. And the event organizer sends them invites today. The event.
I've always wondered. I don't know. I don't know if you guys have ever wondered how sometimes, because I've always been a high, you know, I've always been high on how people appear, mostly celebrities. I think sometimes to criticize them and their events, I'm like, man, this was a big event with a whole theme, and you are supposed to look for this type of clothes before you appear and stuff like that. And she said most of this event organized, and I've always been calling out Kenyans, because if you see how Nigerians pull up, they tell you they were ready for this event and it is one-handed. So she's saying, you know, this, and I've always wondered, mbona wa Kenya mnakujanga tu ni kama unaenda unachukua nguo ya 800 2-piece. It's an event that you've been told probably, you know, I don't know which ones do they have, whose teams do they have, I don't know, the big teams. I was looking at this South African Queen Charlotte. Remember, Queen Charlotte is the theme, right? And then you come dressing like I don't know what. So I've always wondered. And she says this event organizers, they give you like they send invite at 5. Probably the event is 10. So a lot of people don't have that time to look for outfits. But I'm still gonna play the video.
The evening or tomorrow or 3 days tomorrow, and they give them crazy themes, come with couture, and that's why sometimes we always have these mix-ups in the fashion events when our celebrities show up. Unless you have a very thorough or well-able fashion designer who has a good time around, the great team, then they can be able to cater for you. But it's always a challenge of the timelines, and of course a lot of our celebrities not being able to spend much on these kind of things they're invited to.
Exactly. I feel like also people don't appreciate designers.
But it's expensive, Shimani. Let me tell you, this weekend I was going through a certain, I found the page that I wanted in Google. So I went through the whole page. I'm like looking at the dresses. I'm like, this is what I want to settle with. This is what I want to settle with. It's 10K plus. But when you wafiki pay. And I went to a certain business. I was going to get something, and then I remember this chile said, I asked her, why don't you have stuff za madam bro? I go like, madam wafiki bay. People like, god damn. If only people knew. I understand that, but there's also quality of something, and you're just investing in it. Personally, I feel like I'm on that level of just checking quality, and I'm willing to be patient. Okay, I'm willing to be, and that is also a problem, because I do believe with the designers, also for you as a client, you should be able to give the right specific time. Usifike mahali unaharakisha fundi. I really hate that, because they do things with a rush.
And it doesn't turn out really what you wanted.
Once they jam, like, you didn't deliver it, now you start talking shit about them. You should actually be able to give a certain amount of time, like early enough for them to be able to get the materials, kushona, if it's diamonds included and everything. Of course there's detailing. Give the tailor or the designer a good amount of time for them to be able to deliver. That's all I'm gonna say.
And of course also designing is not the same way you'd go and buy a cloth, because designing is custom made. You made what you had in your mind, right? So when you're going to get that from somebody, a designer, a tailor, whoever, and you have that, that is something that Kenyans don't know. A lot of people, like for example, you want couture. A lot of people are like telling you, oh, I want for this amount, right? You find a lot of them just making for that amount, and then you're mad. When she was telling you, I need 20K or I need 30K for this, ungefika bay. But what you want to do, and that's why a lot of them don't deliver as much, because first and foremost, there's this chick I was following when she was starting. Her name is Jojo Fashions. I think I've bought dresses from her before. I remember. You remember Jojo? She has like really, right now Jojo is selling her suits at 13K, 15,000. Nice. And you can see there's increase even in her styling, and she just does a lot of suits and stuff and material. Kuna material takuzia 5K. Na kuna material takuzia 12K, and you'll have to check between the materials. So ni whether ufike bay. So if you want good designs, always know you have to put in that money. And of course, cheap is always expensive. That is something I've learned from the worst places. And if you try so much to get cheap, you always tend to regret.
I feel like that's why we go back again to branding, and I've understood that also as a brand right now. For you to be able to even pop outside there, you have to invest on yourself. It is expensive. You know, photo shoots. I don't understand. To kaki tukimwambia sijui watu lipia photo shoots yo shtuka. Niko like, wow, we should understood. You know, it's not. See, tunaenda unatokea tu kwa studio unapigwa picha na unapewa. It doesn't literally understand that part of sijui why you have to pay for studio session. Like, bro, you have to invest on yourself. You have to pay the photographer. You're not being charged for the studio, but you're gonna pay the photographer for the time, because if it's not you, they had someone else to definitely work on. You have to invest in yourself. That is clothing. You have to come with. You have to be a fashion iconic of your own. You know, so definitely that means investing so much on also your design, your styling, you know, hair wise, everything wise. You are a brand. Know that.
That's true.
You know, so you have to invest, and I believe that is what she's trying to say with most of the celebrities not being able to meet the required meaning. But if you look at people she's worked with before and look at them right now, Amber Ray, Anani, Vera, Nene, Claudia, like look, you kind of look at what she's doing and where the people are going.
Exactly.
Yo, everything is all about just investing, especially as a brand.
I agree.
And we were actually saying that if you want, in the morning we were saying, if you want to be that person. You have to live like that.
Exactly.
If you want to, you have to live like if you want to be a boss, you have to chill with bosses to know their mindset. If you want to meet rich people, you have to be where rich people are. Exactly. You know, so at the end of the day, you have to look like that. You know, looking good opens a lot of doors for you.
I agree.
Hata mtu anakubeba, hata kalifa kukupea like a balance of maybe 20k, yako like this is above 20,000. How about we talk about 100k? You know, just the same way. I was wondering, my friend was always telling me this thing. If you go for meetings, money, big meetings, this is conversation I was hearing, which made sense to them, and I understood. They're like, first and foremost, if you're going for these meetings with people you don't know, probably it's a meeting for networking, big people. Never go with a cab. I never used to understand that. Probably you might go with a cab. It was hire car. Hire car, because when you get in with that car, they already know payslip yako si cheap. Unajua, even if you're going to hire that Makex for 5,000 for 2 hours, hire it. Present yourself in a way that it will bring respect. It will open a lot of doors for you. It will get you that check.
I've learned one thing. I learned about presentation when I was doing the course of hospitality was it brings you a lot of favors. Number one, because I remember if you take food with food spilled all over, people are gonna be like, damn, is this even clean?
Nasty,
is this even clean? Are you even clean yourself?
Exactly.
You know? But if you bring food very well packaged, you know, just looking good, you're gonna be, not only are you gonna get tips, you're gonna be recommended by most of the people who are gonna be getting service there from you. Like, when you go to that hotel, ask for this girl. When you go to that hotel, ask for this dude, you know, because of the services you bring, the presentation and everything. So going back to still the same. How you present yourself, you know, how you walk, how you talk, you know, brings everything.
I agree.
In reciprocation.
It says walk it like you talk it.
Because production and customization is more expensive than ready to wear. So sometimes our celebrities find a challenge to cater for them. For the budgets of their dresses. But we can see Nigeria is doing great, you know. The celebrities invest in their fashion and we hope for Kenya.
Exactly. You've seen Nigerian celebrities out there. There's this guy from, of course, also real, is it? Young, rich and famous. Swanky Jerry, Swanky.
I love Swanky.
Swanky, you see?
Oh my god, I love Swanky. I love his confidence.
I know.
I love the way he sees himself.
Exactly.
The way he believes he's the only one in Africa.
I know.
That confidence.
I know.
It's like, yeah, you
I
are.
know.
And you have to believe, like, you know what? This is my world and everybody's just watching me.
They're gonna either have to accept it,
I know, or leave. If you can't take
adjust
it, look for something else.
No?
And the confidence and his styles is top notch because he's one of the biggest stylists in Nigeria. Really doing amazing.
Getting there soon. Watu wakipata pesa, kazi zikikuja, watapata pesa za kushonesha nguo.
But that is, of course, what happened over this weekend. Congratulations to her. I've seen a lot of people, of course, some also in the comment section. Don't I just love this woman right here? Unproblematic, hardworking, consistent, and an inspiration to many. An inspiration to those young designers, female designers. It's called high-end fashion. Literally. And she's really doing that with that bridal collection.
I'm just so, anyway, let me just leave it at that. I'm just so excited for what's coming on my end because this kind of conversation is just super.
It's making you feel that type of person. Period.
You know, because I do believe if you are to go back from Naomi being when she started being an actress, I don't know at what age, but to where she is right now, there was expectations, number one, of either failing because not everyone is always supporting you.
Exactly.
You know, there are those people when you start, they're like, just wait and see. This they think she's gonna bring it money, she's gonna get money from that. Just wait and see. So I love the fact that probably there are those people who looked down on her. The same thing people are doing to Claudia right now. You know, just because of one dress, you're gonna criticize me now. You know, it's crazy. But the people who looked down on Naomi probably when she was starting, and those who are looking at her right now, they're like, wow, we can't believe she actually made it. You know? And there are those who gave up along the way, you know, thinking they're not gonna be able to make it probably like her. And she kept on going. Kept on going. I hope that actually motivates you. You know, I feel like there's something I was reading during the weekend. I'm gonna give a hint of it. It was a book, and it was about what I'm about to introduce, but it was talking about how people's expectations from the community can really kill you, especially career-wise, because there is, how you're supposed to be, maybe a woman, married, have kids, your business should be flourishing, your marriage should be perfect, you should just be this type of ideal of a woman at this type of age. For men, you're supposed to have this and this and this and this, but I do feel like there's no time limit for anything. You can start anytime. Actually, you can restart anytime. You can rebrand yourself anytime. So up to me, you can do anything you want anytime you want. And actually the time that, because I feel like procrastinating is not you holding back. I feel like the universe somehow is delaying you also as well for the right time. It's not you procrastinating. Really? I feel like along with unataka kufanya kitu, but
sometimes
I feel like the universe but I feel like sometimes the universe just makes you hold things back for the perfect timing. For you to meet the right people, for you to be on the right places, for you to make the right choices you couldn't make back then. Because personally, if I try and look at back then, the reason why I didn't and why I procrastinated my YouTube is because I'm like, I don't have the peace, number one, I don't have the peace to do it. I don't have the space to do it. I try to do it, dogs are barking, I'm just like, so I just kept, when I want to do something's gonna pop. So I feel like with all that I've come to learn is it's not you doing it. There are those who do it intentionally, but also the universe is preparing you for the right time.
I wanted to say it's not procrastination. I see it as the universe has set that time for you. Probably you are trying to get earlier, but amekusetea in the time yako. So when it's your time, regardless itandikwa, everything will flow.
It's happening for you.
That's why when you try to do stuff, it doesn't work. So long as you're trying to do it and it doesn't work, then you'll see it. But when you do it,
so
there's
being
some
people who actually
don't
they have
do
everything. They have
that becomes a problem.
But they don't want to do it. I get that.
You just don't. Thank you. You're just lazy, and they feel like I have all the time in the world.
Now you don't.
Why not? Like I can still postpone.
Funny thing,
but in regards to what you said, it's true.
You really don't have time. We really don't have time.
From also experiences, if you've ever been in situations where you didn't have that access and then you have it, I always say one thing. I think we were making fun of this. Somebody was saying something, I don't know if it's you, Joby, and then what nasema, I don't remember the situation, I'll get it, but I remember a bit of it. What nasema, huyu hajaifungiwa mlango, or huyu hajaikosa job, or huyu hajai struggle. If you've ever yearned for something, or if you've ever been in a situation where you couldn't manage to be there, and then you're there, you take it seriously. Exactly. You don't take it in a space where, for example, if you know how hard it is to get a job, if you get that job, you don't want to lose it. You put in work, you put in energy. If you've been in a situation where you couldn't access things for you, and now you can access it, you find those people become really, really serious with their job, and they actually do really, really well. Have you ever been in a situation where like this person is just lazy? It's not even. She's not even trying. They're just like super okay and very comfortable in everything. You're not even putting in work. I'm like, man, we're not even I know. I feel like also experiences really push you and turn you into somebody strong.
Experiences.
But talking about, of course, also what happened this weekend, there was, of course, the first Gospel Fast Festival. So Gospel Fast Festival is Guardian Angels event. I was talking about this in the morning with Iwata, and I was saying, I remember when we used to sit at home and just wait on 31st for Groove Awards. Me, my mom, and then we could we had this thing of decorating during Christmas. So we would decorate, a day before as we watch, because I don't know how we would decorate at night.
I know.
Before morning, and then we'd put ribbons as we had the full culture, balloons and everything. Huh?
The
No.
Christmas tree.
We would even have like even Christmas. Us would have
Christmas tree.
not bought. Would go get.
Yeah, the Christmas
The
tree.
Christmas tree itself,
Yeah.
not the plastic ones.
Yeah.
Tungetafuta yendi
And they were
katwe.
everywhere, actually.
Exactly, and then
Yeah.
we'd put it at the corner. We'd put ribbons,
Good
balloons,
times.
and that night my dad would go to sleep early because he's a man. But
Yeah.
me, my moms, and everybody just decorating. I think it's a Kenyan thing or maybe an African thing.
Yeah.
And then we'd watch Groove Awards
Yeah.
that night, like just waiting. I remember Willie Paul was popping.
I know.
A lot of Bahati, like a lot of
Holiday.
Holiday, like gospel was gospel,
I
you know.
know.
And that used to be a culture. You were even waiting, Groove Awards itafanyika siku gani. In fact, kama huku watch the next day, people are talking about it.
Uko like, wow.
And those people wenye walikuwa natiiwa ni wenye walimanage kuenda. If you attended,
It was a big deal.
I know it was like, man, mliona kwa TV. It was like really huge. Walikuwa naweza flex the whole year, you know. I'm like, I wish I was in Nairobi, guys. Ningenda ikitu unajua and stuff like that. So there was that, and I feel like we've not had a lot of these events relating to gospel music.
Yeah.
And people don't know this. Fun fact: Guardian is the most streamed artist in Kenya. Bigger than anybody you can think of in Kenya. 10 million views for him is anything. It's just like a cup of tea. Like he can get 10 million anytime, you know. And shout out to Guardian because he had this event. This is the first gospel event. It's called Gospel Festival. It's like TNT. It's like other, but it's for gospel artists. And there's a lot of people coming in. I think it was at was it at Sarit? I don't know if it was at Sankara, yes. Yeah. Was it at Sankara Rooftop? I'm not sure if it's Sankara Rooftop, but it was at Sankara.
Sankara.
Yeah, it was at Sankara, and a lot of people were there. And one thing I've always seen, because I was having this conversation where the Rapudos were being asked what they have actually learned from Guardian and the Wife. And one thing they said is, number one, these people didn't listen to people. Like, you know, there were people who define your life, how you're supposed to live, because when Guardian got married this woman, there's questions. Oh, she's older. But imagine time tu alimua hivi ndo nyota ikaanza. Literally, kuna kwanga, if you get the right partner.
That's like a word that says, you finds a good wife, finds a good thing.
Exactly.
And favor from the Lord.
Exactly. Yes. If you get that good person, things that just works in your line. And we had the wife over, of course, talking about how the first time she met Guardian, and the first time she had the music, and she was like, who is this Guardian? Why don't I know him? He's really, really good. Why is his music not doing good? Who is his management and stuff like that?
Oh, my husband is an amazing man. I mean, when I first heard of Guardian's song, my first question is, who is his manager? Because I'm thinking, you guys have such an amazing talent, but how come I don't know you? You know, for me, my problem was he's not being marketed the way he was. So for me, coming into Guardian's life was not even about a relationship. But I think God, with his own plans, he thought this is your woman, you know. So Guardian is an amazing man. I mean, he's very passionate about what he wants to do. He just doesn't get himself into things when his spirit doesn't want. So he has also taught me to be very particular about things that I want to do. I don't have to do everything that I want. I have to be able to feel whatever it is. So I just want to thank him, and I'm so proud of him for going on with pushing Gospel One, and we are going to run with it.
Alright, that was the one. We also had, of course, Njugush in there, and one thing I've also noticed, people like the support this artist regardless of you being gospel secular. You know, regardless of you being a comedian, regardless of you being in parody. When we had Crazy Kena, who people thought wouldn't manage a whole event, people supported, sold out. Even Ben Sol was in the stage supporting him. You remember acting on stage. Ben Sol was a musician, not Ben Sol, Bien, you know, and stuff. And shout out to Bien, he's always supporting all artists, and that's something I've always noticed. He's not choose. If he sees something, he'll be like, yeah, that's good, you know. I saw, apart from that, we had the TNT for Njugush. People came. We had Mamito when she was having her own event. People showed up. Right now we had, of course, also, you know, what is his name? Guardian. And a lot of people have shown up regardless. I even saw Terence Creative and his wife. Like, people are giving in a lot of support, and that is super, super dope. seeing from the mainstream because they're showing an example. I believe Kenyans, mostly sisi wenye tuko, watu wenye wako chini sana. I can say for us, we actually really support Kenyan talent because we're on radio. We play a lot of Kenyan music, we appreciate. But imagine when you wako tuko, I feel like Kenyans, we've had this conversation with the artists, they always say, no support from Kenyans. Even Calvin Kalmax was here. I was asking him, Calvin, why is it that you always do like international collabos? Have you never considered doing collabos with Uganda? It's like kwa Kenya wanaringa, you know, but ukipata Rwanda pale yepe anatafuta collabo ya Kenya, you know, so he's gonna be excited because he finds so getting an international collabo is easier than getting a collabo in Kenya. And it's not that you're not talented, because if that Rwandan artist hears you, they're like, I want you, you're really, really good. And it's easy for that market. So I feel like Sisi Kenyans, you don't support most. And I feel like these mainstream people or mainstream artists are trying to get that off by being a support system to all of them so that we can change that mentality. Because it is so sad. When it comes to Kenyans, we don't support our own. Ingekuwa ni Rema, ingekuwa sijui ni Diamond, we are the first to support.
Well, I love to see this, number one, starting from just the celebrity to celebrity support, which you're talking about. I really love to see it from Jogosh, from to Crazy Kena. I've been seeing even online, you can see the support that artists have. You know, whether you're a comedian, you know, kama ni comedian, kama ni artist. Exactly. But I love right now that the industry is just connecting, whether you are an artist, an actor, an actress, a TikToker. There's just that inclusivity of everything and everyone, and I love to see that. I love to see the support that Guardian got from the fans and the other celebrities. Secondly, speaking about the gospel concert, 2024, this is something I never thought that would pull, being honest, you know. I'm standing and checking on the Rwandese artist, Benihu? He's called Benihu?
The one that came to Kenya.
Yeah, that preacher. And so many artists, literally. Shusho who have come to Kenya, that was December, performed. You see the stage field. I love to see that, okay? It's not like we should not support other African artists. I love to see that we can show love despite whoever it is. You know, we understand we are connected either in music or different ways. But 2024, having a Kenyan artist, a gospel artist to be specific, pulling a concert like me, sell out even like that, I didn't expect. Because if you take me back 10 years ago or maybe 13, 15 years ago, tukiongelea stories of Groove Awards. Groove Awards was the only concert you can shika now, only once a year.
Exactly.
Any artist, including Bahati, Willie Paul, who could pull a concert, nobody would turn up. And this is why we had so many artists from gospel who switched from gospel to secular because their shit was not selling. You know, it was not being recognized. If it's not just on TV, if you put a concert, unless you go to schools were the only zilikuwa zina accept wase wasanii wengi mtu anaonekana tu kwa TV kwa shule, but you need more, you need more than that, you know, because you have bills, you got just like any other person, you got shit to do. But I really love to see that in 2024 this is actually happening. It just shows how the mindset of people has really grown. I do believe that is just the mindset of people has really grown, where people are not laid back to just, I can't go to concerts, I can't do this, people are more open-minded to try and risk a lot of things. And I just love to see that. Shout out to Guardian, shout out to the Wire. I just love to see it, you know.
It's really good to see like the unity that is coming along. There's nobody's downgrading one another or tearing each other apart. It's beautiful to see that everybody's supporting everybody in regards to their talent and gifts and basically career. And I love the fact that she's talked about how Guardian is kind of like her mentor or advisor. And I think we're talking about that in the morning, the fact that she should when looking for a man, actually when a man is coming at you, the first thing is to basically seize a point where if a man is challenging you, supporting you, and basically is literally there for you for the right reason. And she talks about that Guardian has helped me so much in regards to if I want to do anything, and she'll do anything with passion. She'll say it like something I feel like doing, something she's really passionate about, and basically focus on one thing, particular everything. You can do everything, but just be clear and just be pointed at one thing that you're so passionate about.
I don't know, but I find like a supportive partner is a flex.
Thank you.
Like it's a big flex because many out here telling women to leave their jobs and support their career.
Yeah.
And women are actually doing that. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Getting that man will tell you, go get it. You just see, and he's supporting you.
And they're not feeling some type of way. They're not intimidated.
Yeah.
They basically want to see you shine.
Exactly.
I hate men or women. I hate men, to be specific, who tell their women, and women who actually accept this kind of bullshit. It's a, hey babe, you know, I have plenty. You just sit at home. I'm gonna provide, and you being dumb because you're in love and digmatized. You know, you accept it. You are a fool.
Yeah.
If you don't just, you are a fool being honest. If you should actually be having a partner who wants to see you evolve to the better version of yourself.
Thank you.
You know, glowing, growing. Like they just wanna see you not being in the same place mulipatana, but moving forward. It's really, really beautiful to see that. Actually, it should even turn you more on, you know, when you see your partner anafanya kitu, hata kama ni kidogo, you know, but someone who's convincing you to stay at home, you're actually very dumb. Number one, you don't know what you want from that relationship. And something I learned from, or I saw during this weekend from, not during this weekend, but Young Miami's interview, Didi's ex-girlfriend, right? As much as, of course, most of the things she said probably is to filter all the scandal and everything, but she said one thing that people didn't see when she got into the relationship with Didi is that they thought that the brand of her now was Didi, like brand yake sa imechange, it's no longer Young Miami or Carisha, it's now Didi as the brand of Carisha. But she said, number one, she got into the relationship knowing what she wanted, and she got the best out of the relationship. Number one, the man made her tap into something she didn't know she's gonna do. The podcast. So she has a podcast and it's doing super amazing, because I got my idea from whatever I'm doing, what I do there. I'm like, wow, this is really, really some dope ass class podcast, you know. She said apart from that, this guy's made her grow, you know, in terms of as an entrepreneur. You know, right now she's in a space of hiring people, you know, understanding what she's doing in terms of business and so many things. And relationship wise, that is how I believe it should be. You shouldn't get into a relationship just because of dick and money. You know, apart from the two, what growth can you offer each other? You know, I believe that is what it should be. I learned this from this, and not just learning through experiences, but learning from you guys. You did, you know, we tried to execute this, it didn't work. We tried to execute this, it worked. You helped me in this. At least let someone leave a mark in your life.
Sure. I always say, hata ukiachana na mtu utoke na kitu. You know, sometimes it might not be money, but knowledge. Sometimes uplifting. I was relating to what Trevor was talking about. Somebody, shout out to the love child, commented on the video, and she went and said, relationship is not only about love, you know, because you don't need love. Even if you say this girl didn't actually love you for 5 years, showed you that love you're getting in 7 months, there were important things you gained from that relationship, and that's why you stayed for 5 years. You got the cloud, you made money, you got fame, and those things are actually why you are actually invited into this podcast. You are given the relevance because of that relationship. So there's a lot. Even if you leave somebody, said, I actually learned this from this person, I moved. There's nothing as beautiful as somebody telling you, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of the steps you've taken. Even as a friend, even as a lover, you know, they look at you and they're like, man, you've grown, which is super, super amazing. Finding that text is just something else, because this is somebody who has seen you grown, has supported you, and has been there in steps and seeing you being a different woman and a different personality, which is super, super amazing.
I wish people and especially celebrities can learn that. I want to go back to Vivian's situation, the ex-husband or fiance, how you went to rant on air. You know, that's so inappropriate. Trevor too, director Trevor. So that is so childish, you know. But I understand that's why Mongai Eve left, probably.
Exactly,
because,
literally.
You know, understanding you, especially being in this game and industry, you meet different people, different mindsets. And Mongai being a woman, the mindset is evolving. I'm seeing better than you. Okay, so she's so better than just you always complaining, being a child. And I love the fact that if you try to look at the two, leave alone even Sam and even Vivian, try to look at both the situation of the relationship. Men went ranting. There's some women who also gonna go rant about what the man never did, what he did wrong, never. But can we just learn to outlook Like, can you learn to look at the good, the best of what people did instead of the bad? Personally, if you hear me talk shit about my past relationship, that relationship was shitty. And I think it's just one relationship, to be specific, I talk shitty about. But none of my other relationships, if you ever hear me say like, hey, this guy did me, this guy did me, this. No, because I'm trying to look at the good of what these other people delivered than the worst. Because nikiangalia hizi zingine ndikuanga tu ni complain. So that's all I'm gonna talk about. If there is really bad to talk about, fine. Because if the relationship was dwell on nothing but just negativity, toxicity, then okay. You can actually advise people not to talk about the man, but to advise people how to avoid such type of pitfalls or type of a man or a woman. But if msame kujenga, hey yo, if msame kwa kubayanga sapa kila siku, you know, he cares for you, so that no one is really there for you. And people forget, wanna look at Ferraris, houses, and you forget the minimal things people do for you. Even that day you couldn't even buy food, and that person came through for you. They sacrificed their themselves. Real person angefanya kitu ingine. Akona mama, akona sister.
It's true. Even when you have your own thing going on and your partner is just present there and just supporting you and ensuring things are running.
Because I feel like men don't. I think you say this even sometimes. Men don't talk a lot.
They actually act.
They talk, but it's mwanaume ndo ujata tena anaendelea. Mko fiti lakini this nigga is really going through shit. Like he's really going through shit. You just see him sometimes maybe in his deep thoughts like fiti. Niko fiti, but it's not okay. It's just I feel like men are not really, and I feel like also it's the way to make grow. Women always are gonna complain or yap about men's situation, but instead you should be the one to listen. You should be the one to help them figure a way out, especially if you're a partner and if you really care.
Man, I know, right? I feel like men act more, and that is just how it's supposed to be. Like personally, I feel like action speaks louder than words for me.
There's a guy who has money, treating you good, but are you fiti? Now maybe what would you are you fiti?
No, I'm not talking about what they're going through, because that if it is your partner, I'm just saying, you know, ile kuongea tu ovyo. Personally, if I get into a room and you are louder than the women, I can never. Uwezi nikatia ningie box. You know, but you are really quiet and you're and then you find all these men that are quiet, they really when they talk to other men, people listen. And that is when you know this person is huge, this person is mature, because most of them don't talk. So I'm trying to say it might be something else about, of course, his emotions, his feelings. That as a woman you're supposed to do. But I'm just talking about just yapping, like you're loud in everything. That becomes a problem to me. So that's what I'm saying. Men act. They direct. They show you the way they lead. You know, me as a woman, I'm a support system. You'll tell me this is the problem and ask you what do we do about it. Literally. So to do, because I will listen, I will be with you, I'll give you my thought. But at the end of the day, you're the one that is gonna make the decision. And I'm gonna follow. What should we do, right? I'm gonna give you my thought. Ata kama shida ni yako. I'll give you my perspective. I'm gonna say regardless of what we decide, of what you do, I'm gonna be there. But you're the one who's gonna lead. You're the one who's gonna show me the way. But if you are coming to ask me what do we do, tutakula, tutafanya, no, act more. Haiwezi, literally. But as we come to the end of our show, before that, this short video of Bien and this guy, just talking about our Nigerian men. I really love Nigerian men, and not that much. Of course, I'm gonna choose a Kenyan man, but of course, I'm talking about their ego. I was watching this podcast. I think we were with you, and we were here sharing the video some time back of Kenyan men versus Nigerian men, or Kenyan versus Nigeria, and they were asked about why Nigerians have this ego, pride, right? And this guy was saying, it's not pride. If I can do it, I can do it. What is the problem with me doing it? And then you're confusing that with the pride. If you say I want this and I get it, or if I say that's not a problem, let me do it, it's not a problem, you know. But there's a lot when it comes to superiority. I feel like when it comes from other countries, including Nigeria, which is the first, I feel like very egocentric. They feel like they're way above all African countries. They're the giants. But you forget there's a lot that is happening in Nigeria, and there's a lot they're missing that other countries have. Right? And there's this war between now Nigerians and Kenyans, which is super crazy. It was Nigerians and Ghanaians and Nigerians and other Western countries. But right now, if you go to Twitter, either the best rapper for either Nigeria and Calligraph, whether there is now, we talked about the fashion sense where the women are saying, we Kenyan brides, stop copying Nigerians fashion line. We also have this guy talking about, of course, personally, if you listen to this video, it's comic because this guy is a comedian, but there's always some truth in it, in a sarcastic way. So I'm gonna play this video as we give our last thoughts and we end the show.
You guys plan on sharing the small and very countable fans you have? Is it that you are taking like 20 of the fans?
Let me start the video.
Now that there is no more South to Soul, how do you guys plan on sharing the small and very countable fans you have?
How the small and the small fans. So he's trying to say South to Soul don't have enough fans. They're broke.
Is it that you are taking like 20 of the fans because you look older than the rest, and the rest are sharing the 10, remaining 10?
But you realize the cake is too big for anyone to eat it alone. If you eat it alone, you get diabetes or you end up like you.
You know the guy is fat. The guy is big.
When last did you say thank you to we Nigerians from tapping from our grace? You understand? To keep Kenyan music relevant.
I think the question we should be asking, and why does every Nigerian artist who wants to win a Grammy have to come and tap into my grace? Like when somebody in Nigeria is doing an album and they want a sprinkle of the master sauce, they come to me. I fix it, you know. I give them hits. I give them longevity. I show mercy.
Does it hurt you that your country is more known to the world for their zebras, lion and giraffes, elephants than their musicians?
First of all, are you guys in the Olympics?
Of course we are. Yes, now.
Did you win a medal? What happened?
Did we?
As a Nigerian, like, how does it feel? I know you're the last person who Nigeria would like take to the Olympics for representation. I had you to borrow a bicycle from Germany.
I know, that's right.
I know, right? But this guy is a comedian, sort of to Sikach, you know, first and foremost it was. But at the end of the day, there's some truth in that. And one thing I just want us to learn every day, we say, let's stop fighting each other. There's a lot of food for everybody. You know, the cake is too big. Everybody can have a slice. All you need is support. Let us not say, oh, you're bigger than this person. None of us is perfect, and none of us knows everything. If you want to know that, because every day you learn something new. Even the you yesterday and the you today is different. Probably today there is something you've taken in, and that thing is not even from you. Maybe mtu alisema mkihave conversation, you're like, I've never thought about it from that perspective, and you learn something new. So every day, the more you learn something new, the more it tells you that you cannot know everything, and you need people in your life. As an artist, even as a brand, you'll need a management. Because, for example, if you want to start making money from that brand, you need somebody who will go and open those doors, talk to the right people, call your name and say, I know somebody, I know Jovi, she can do this. And you need that person in your life. You need to work with a team. You cannot, even if we had, for example, the Fire Jovi peke yake, angekuwa na manage, maybe should be doing like one show per day, you know. But right now we have this whole group running, and shows are running from Monday to Friday, Monday to Saturday, every day mpaka the midnight. You see, because it's a whole team, you always need people. Let's stop pinning each other down. It's, oh, I am better than you. You cannot be better than anybody. And I feel like people who are in this space where they feel like they're better than people are dumb, and their mind is not open enough to allow in information, so they become stuck in themselves and they don't know much, but they want to lie to themselves that they know. So every time they'll be talking, they'll be relevant, and they want to prove that they are okay with that. So you become the dumb one. But what is your closing remarks on that conversation?
My closing remarks, and adding on top of what you've had, personally something I've learned, and I'm still learning every single day. And due to the fact that you've just mentioned about a team, having a team and being the one managing the team, I'm learning literally everything is not all about perfection. It's all about these mistakes, and you learn as you connect the dots. It's like ile game ya doti ukishikanisha. So I'm learning all that literally, and I do believe with what or this conversation is nobody's perfect than the other.
Nobody.
You know? It's Kenya. If you combine Kenya right now, let's give an example. Bien and Ayara, they have a very amazing song.
Exactly.
You know?
My baby.
Yeah, that one. They have an amazing song together, and so many artists who are actually still featuring. I've seen Yemi Alade did a song with
Femi One and Conscience.
Yemi has done a song with Sauti Sol.
Exactly.
Like so many artists, and we can see even leave alone even the music side itself. Tumeona mtu kaa Ruga amekuja Kenya, ameona they look like Ruga wake, you know, and he's showing love literally, like he's like, hey yo, like, you know, he's showing love, not going after them, trying to tell them, you know, I was there before you, I'm better, you're trying to impersonate me type shit.
In fact, he said, kila mtu, this is something that he said one thing, let the man them get money.
And
acha jifeed, kama kujifeed na mimi, siwezi mkuja ati nimlete sijui makarawen. Acha jifeed, because he's making money and he's going through shows.
He's really selling shows. These are sold out shows, you know. So I hope this guy can understand that without, whether a comedian or not, it sounds kind of dumb to me a little bit. I'm sorry to say, but whether a comedian or not, it just sounds crazy. Not understanding number one, Sauti Sol, who they really are. Sauti Sol, wamekuja unaongelea numbers. Are you crazy?
I know.
Have you seen these people as individuals? As much as I don't like the other one, but they are doing amazing. You know, yeah, of course, I had to do that. You know, they are really doing amazing. So it's all about, you know, no one can work alone. Even in so many things, you know, as an individual, kuna vali utabidi umeenda kuchukua nguo, ungeweza ungejivalisha.
Exactly.
Ukitaka kuna
makeup.
You created your own jewelry, so, you know, done your own makeup, which people can do, but there is some people who do not have the ability to. So you need to rely on someone else for you to deliver whatever you are expecting. So it's all about working together,
building a team.
And as much as, you know, building a team, again, one thing I've learned again, which I think there's a time we're talking with Waton, you'll meet different personalities. You know, it's all about, before you get to understand some personalities, it takes time. Especially come on, I feel like I'm really hard to be understood, but with time you'll understand me. And with time, I get to understand other people, because you have your own emotions, I got mine. You got your feelings, I got mine. You got your attitude, I got mine. So once we get to balance that, we're good.
It works.
I believe we're all like one. Africa is a continent. We are all one before the Berlin Conference. We are all one. We are all brothers and sisters. These little countries don't mean anything. And I think it's time right now Africans should wake up to that, because the conference and the Europeans are still ruling us with these countries and this mentality, like whatever country is better than the other. We are all one, and because we have different cultures, different ethnicities, and different ways of seeing things, art, music, I think that's what makes us different as people in Africa. And we should embrace each other, learn from each other, and basically make Africa great again, instead of having that time you're using to tear each other down, pulling each other down. Can you just use that time to basically build each other and basically embrace each other? Because we are basically trying to make Africa again.
We are one. That is it. And we are better together than separate.
There's power in unity.
I believe this type of comments, this type of conversations makes the white man really happy.
Thank you.
It's like, oh, they're still fighting, even over petty stuff.
I know.
You know, and stuff like that, because they're supposed to be one. I believe
it says it means Nigerians are still mad for calligraph winning the award. Nigeria,
I know, and I don't know what is happening, because even in the conversation, Ben alikuwa anauliza, did you beg for Nani for a collab and stuff like that? And it was like, yo, listen, this guy comes to my place when he's in Kenya. We are friends. I come to his place when I'm in Nigeria. So this relationship is not one-sided. It is beneficial in all sides of ways. Because even Adenkule needs collabos from Kenya. And imagine he has a collabo with one of the best. So longevity, I give them grace. But anyway, we are coming to the end of our show. Shout out to Jam Mosquito and Asema Jambo Shmani. I hope you're not gonna call men douchebags again. You are there in the morning. Shout out to men. I love men. Jam Mosquito is also saying, oh, look at Joby, the relationship expert.
Call me that again, you know. I'm the one.
And then he's saying, God damn Joby, how many relationships you been in? Lol.
Nah, you must kiss a lot of frogs before you find the right one.
Man.
You know that one?
Yeah.
You know that one? Yeah, you must kiss a lot of frogs before you get the right one.
These frogs are too many in the streets.
Yeah, but I've not kissed too many.
Yeah,
have to.
Yeah. And we also have generally saying, excuse me, that's a man, don't try it. And I don't know what conversation, probably one that you were having, is also saying, look at this girl, I think that is me, leave Ghanaians out of this, please, Shmani. I feel like the mosquito, if you know, is Ghanaian.
Yeah.
If it was like living in Ghana, it would be like real Ghanaian. You see the way they said, look at this girl, and stuff like that. That is how I'm reading it in my mind. You'll be like really into that accent. Super and stuff.
Into it.
Exactly. And he also says a good test is to take a week vacation from work, but tell your woman you're terminated. See how she is by day 3.
Not all women. If I'm financially okay, we've spoken about this.
Yeah.
Like, he's lost his jobs. I think that's what you mean, Jiba Jaba.
Yeah.
Terminated, right?
Yeah. Maybe
like,
killed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Huh?
Fired.
Fired.
Yeah,
Okay.
like,
Terminated from work.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like if this guy's been really there for you, we've spoken about this. I do believe you should be there for him.
Yeah.
Because I don't understand why you want it to rain when it comes to you, but when it comes to on his end, literally there's drought. You don't want to make it rain.
Yeah.
You know, it should be a reciprocation.
Yeah.
You know,
I'll go to
be a good test.
Yeah. I'll go to the bank, withdraw our money, and save you.
Our money. Not your money.
See, our money,
but he doesn't have money right now.
No, he's terminated. He doesn't have a job.
Yeah.
But we have savings.
Yeah.
Now, but the savings probably might not be reliable for quite a long time, Shmani. So
Probably it is reliable. Joby, come on, Meshiko.
No. Oh my God. This is Shmani.
Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in. Don't get terminated as a man. Have several jobs. If you're fired once, you have the other one.
Oh my goodness.
Multitasking.